Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms.
We're Americans. We're deeply selfish monsters that have been bred to destroy all life on Earth. We have to not lose sight of that message.
Europeans and Americans have spent 5 centuries conquering, plundering, exploiting, and polluting the earth in the name of human progress.
We are now a failing nation. We are a nation in decline. Our currency is crashing and will soon no longer be the world standard, which will be our greatest defeat, frankly, in 200 years. There will be no defeat like that. That will take us away from being even a great power.
It appears that the United States, and this is a question I want to ask for you, is losing its dominance and its dominant superpower status in the world.
We're living at a dangerous moment because, as we say, empire is in its last gasp. And empire, when it's in its last gasp, will do anything to sustain itself.
This country is really finished. I mean, it really is technically finished. It's just a matter of playing out the end game. I call it...
That's happy.
Well, that's true. It's true. You can see it, you can smell it. Anyone who can't see it or smell it doesn't understand.
Yeah.
There's a medical term that they use in hospitals when a person has no future left on this planet, they can't be helped anymore, and they put it on the chart, CTD, circling the drained.
It's all going down the drain. Our country's going to hell.
In a handbasket.
Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Best-selling author and political commentator Patrick Buchanan has a new book out. The title is Suicide of a Superpower: Will America Survive to 2025? Mr. Buchanan has been a senior advisor to 3 presidents, a 2-time candidate for the Republican presidential nomination, and was the presidential nominee of the Reform Party in 2000. He joins us now from New York. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Ashley.
You paint a pretty scary picture of America's future. You say America is disintegrating. Now, one of the presidents you worked for, the great Ronald Reagan, used to always say, America's best days are yet to come. Is that sense of optimism gone forever?
Well, almost 4 in 5 Americans believe the country's on the wrong course. The last 3 elections have been repudiating elections where Republicans were thrown out in 2006 and 2008, Democrats in 2010. I think there's a feeling on the part of America that the best times are really behind her. As Merle Haggard said, are the good times really over for good in America? And I think you will get a majority of Americans fearing that is the truth, and I share their apprehension.
Yes, we have to be very clear that the U.S. has shot itself in the foot. It has created a situation where countries are in revulsion to American foreign policy and want to get as far away as possible from the U.S. And of course, that means, more than 20 years of war in the Middle East. 20 years of war, destruction, death, war crimes, genocide. I'm sorry, I'm really embarrassed to say this as an American, but my country is the most destructive actor in the international arena for the past 25 years. That's a fact. No one's going to dispute that. And plus, on the economic side, the financial side, we have quantitative easing where we've been spending trillions and trillions of dollars, God knows on what, where all this money has gone that's been printed over the past, especially since 2008, all this money over the past 15 years has been printed. So if you're strictly from a business point of view, why would you want to invest in the U.S.? And when I say invest, I mean work with the American currency or buy American treasuries. Why? Because that is an investment in the U.S. economy. Why would you want to do it? It's a bad investment. Again, the U.S. is a very destructive geopolitical actor, and it's a very carefree, wanton, licentious financial actor. So it's actually a horrible bet, the U.S., objectively speaking. And going forward, we see that the U.S. is unrepentant. Absolutely unrepentant. I had this naive hope that after we pulled out of Afghanistan, that maybe we're going to be finally a constructive actor in the international arena. And then, of course, what do? They start the war in Ukraine. The U.S. is hopeless. I'm sad, very sorry to say that, but pretty much a hopeless case.
Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon. but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies.